you how to make the earth in Blender 2.93. Let's get started. So first things first, we need to delete this default cube, and now you press Shift and A to add a sphere. So go to Mesh and click on the UV sphere. Now we need to press Ctrl and 2 to give it 2 subdivisions, and then increase the range to 80, the segments to 80 and the range to 48. This looks good, however you can still see the flat range. So you right click and click Shade Smooth. And the next thing you need to do is you need to drag this up, and if it does not come up, just drag this up like so. Now click here, this 3D view icon, and then click shader editor. Now there are no materials on this object, so I have to create a new material. Now the next step is Shift A and image texture node. Now here, in order to get the textures, go to solarsystemscope.com/textures, which is the page for textures, and make sure to download Earth Day Map, Earth Night Map, Earth Normal Map, Earth Specular Map. That's all we need to add, plus the stars and Milky Way. So then, in order to do that, so the first image texture will be the day map, and I've actually given these better names. So the day map is diffuse, the night map is illumination, the normal map is normal map, and specular map is specular map. So let me just drag my diffuse map and drag color into base color. And so in order to see the render view, just click on the render view icon over there, and bam, we have done this. However, it looks a little bit too blue, plus there's no night steep. So in order to make it less blue, I'm going to add another image texture, and in this image texture I'm going to add the specular map, and then I'm going to drag color into specular. And now you might notice that it is slightly less blue. So this is before, this is after. This is before, this is after. Now this is the specular map. The next thing you need is the nightscape. So just go here and drag in the illumination map, which is over here, and drag that into emission, like this. And you might notice there are some cities that light up. However, the main purpose of the illumination map is to light up this part area right there. I'm going to change the light source just later on. And now the last thing we need is the normal map. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add an image texture. I'm going to get the normal map, which is here. Now the important part is, let me just bring the principal shader down. Now the important part is, you don't just drag this into normal. You can't do that. You might notice that there's some weird shadow over there. So now what you need to do is you need to add the normal map. So go into vector, normal map, drag color into the color input and normal output into the normal input. And now we actually have applied the normal map. However, we still have the light. We want the sun. So let's just click on the light and make it a sun. By going to light settings, sun, and then change the strength to 8. Make sure specular is 0. And now there are two ways to change the direction of light. First way is using this ball right here, and the second way is rotating it through the x-axis, which also rotates the ball or circle. We'll use this. This is a good one for this video. So now The next step is how do you make it rotate? That is where we need to go back to the timeline. So here's the timeline over here. And now in this timeline, we need to make a keyframe of rotation. So click here and we make a keyframe of rotation. Now press I and click rotation. And then go to the last frame, which is frame 250. Change Z rotation to 360 degrees. And again, keyframe the rotation. Now start from the beginning and play the video till the end. You might notice something, that the earth starts off at a very slow speed, then it accelerates until it gets to the end where it starts to slow down again. In order to fix that, just click here, press the T key on your keyboard, then click linear, and that will change the interpolation time. Interpolation time. You need to actually go back into the shader editor. Then instead of going into object, go into world settings. Then you need to add an environment texture. You need to add the environment texture from texture. Then open the stars and Milky Way photo, which you also downloaded. Drag color into color, and bam, the background is now a starry sky. See you next time. Bye.